What is up, everyone, ladies and gentlemen? Phil here, and welcome to the very first live stream that I'm doing in 2022. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Holy crap. So we're just starting up with the PreStream podcast, the first PreStream podcast of the new year, January 1st, 2022. And it looks like we're starting off with a bang because as I was starting up, 2 tips rolled in. Some of these are ginormous. So I will give a shout out in just a moment. Well, in a while. You know, I do a PreStream podcast first. And then we do the shout outs for the contributions. But very large contributions coming in here. Thank you so much for a great start of the year. Holy crap. So first of all, I kind of got ahead of myself. If you've been watching my streams and or my on-demand videos recently, I told you guys what I was going to do is pan out the rest of this week. And then basically the last streaming day of the week, Tuesday, what I was going to do was change out everything on the streams. I was going to change out the Christmas decorations. I was going to change the animations that we had. Everything was going to be changed for the new year to be refreshed, okay? But last night, you know, the stream ended. It was the final stream of 2021, Street Fighter, which, by the way, the stream was outstanding. It went really well. There was some good matches and great gameplay, even though the trolls were actually here. Yes, on New Year's Eve, they were here trying to ruin the Street Fighter stream. It didn't work. We still had a great time. When the stream ended, we all kind of, like, gave a send-off to 2021. We were all in a good mood. We were like, wow, here's to the future. And I was like, man, it would kind of feel weird if tomorrow I boot up the stream and it looks like Christmas again. You know what I mean? And not to say that I don't love Christmas. Come on, guys. You know, I'm a big Christmas guy. I love the holiday season. That's why I go all out every year for Christmas. But I just didn't feel like we should have the Christmas stuff lingering. You know what I'm saying? So, Team Michael Gamer says he can't renew his membership for some reason. If you can't, likely it could be because, are you on mobile? A lot of people have issue with mobile. They try to do stuff and mobile won't work for them. As of this morning, you know, every single day I check on everything to make sure everything's working well. And as of right now, everything should be, yeah, I'm taking a look. Everything should be working with memberships and everything. I don't know why it wouldn't let you renew it unless maybe you're on a glitch or on mobile. If you're using a phone, sometimes half the time it doesn't work. If you are interested, what you do is type !membership in the chat. That'll bring up the direct link that you can click on to go to the membership page and do it from there. Because sometimes on mobile, if there's a button or whatever you click, it doesn't work. Okay? Okay, anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, New Year. I was like, man, coming in here with Christmas stuff would be weird, right? It would feel really weird to be doing Christmas stuff on the first day of the year. I said, all right, let's jump right into the new year strong with the new stuff. Okay, so what do we have behind me, first of all? This is kind of the stuff that we were doing a couple months ago. But I added a little bit, so we've got my Xbox Series X box to my left with Lego Ryu charging up a Hadouken. And then on my right, we got my PS5 box with Lego Mega Man charging up his Mega Buster. Okay? The Switch box with the Twilight Princess amiibo, literally the only amiibo I own. And then over here, we've got actually what I wear every single day. Because people ask, what is it around your neck? What are you wearing? It is the Hori 3D Surround Gaming neck set for the Xbox Series X, but it also works with PS5, just not the microphone. So, there it is. And then my Fallout bobblehead. There you go. So, that's for now. Now, here's the thing. We could add stuff. We can tweak stuff. Previously, I had my YouTube play button up here, but I was trying to arrange this yesterday. And as I was arranging it, I realized it didn't look very good. The YouTube play button. Oh, God, there goes Ryu. What I wanted to do was adjust, and Ryu fell and his leg came off. Here we go. Ryu's leg came off. Let me re-stick it on here. What I want to do is readjust because I realized that every day we've got glare, right? There's glare. Was that correct? I think I put his foot on backwards. I did. There's glare that happens on the stream from the outside. Oh, this is better. This is how it goes, right? Like this. And it depends on the lighting, like if it's a sunny day or not. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect right there. If it's a sunny day or not, there's glare that happens. So what I'm trying to do is adjust the boxes and everything so there's not like glare on the front. And I tried to do it last night, but last night it was dark. So I couldn't figure out if there was going to be natural light glare or not. So there'll be some on-the-fly adjustments as we settle in here to the new year and try to make the stuff behind me look better. Now, by the way, yeah, the YouTube play button didn't look good. I hung it back up on my wall, but I was putting it over here, and it just no matter what angle I put it at, it was like reflecting badly. First, it was reflecting my laptop screen. Then it was reflecting the lamp. I was like, ugh, because it's metallic. It's metallic silver. It just didn't look good. So I said, you know what? You guys know I have 100,000 subs. Duh. In fact, we're pushing towards 200,000 on the channel right now. That's my goal. My number one goal for 2022, New Year's resolution, hit 200,000 subscribers by my birthday. So that's 3 months from now. We got all of January, all of February, all of March. By the first week of April, I want to hit 200,000 subs on DSPGaming, and I want to have a big celebration in early April to commemorate me hitting that milestone, okay? That's literally my goal. We'll see what happens with that. The more people who sub, the better. It helps the channel, okay? Plus, you can talk in the chat, so it behooves you to sub to the channel. Anyway, so yeah, so I was setting everything up, and just so you guys know, all of the animations have been either reverted or changed over for both Super Chats and for tips. There is a new animation. Excuse me. There is a new animation that has been added to the streams for either a $50 Super Chat or a $20 tip. It's 20 to 50. Because remember, at $50, we have the Gunner Glasses animation. At 100, you already saw it. The Oh My God Oh animation for large tips of 100 or more. So this new animation is $20 to $50. You'll see a new animation. Or, like I said, with a Super Chat, $50 or more Super Chat. So, it's a really good one. I don't want to spoil it yet. I know that you guys will like to see it when it happens. I'm not going to spoil it until it actually plays, because it's a really cool one. And it's in line kind of with the stuff that was done during the holiday season. I know for a fact that the person who worked on those Christmas animations for me said that they would like to do more animations in the future of that style. And I said, hey, I'd be more than happy. They worked really well during the holiday season, so we'll see what happens moving forward this year, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. How you doing? Hopefully you had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's celebration last night. Hopefully, so far, the new year has been treating you well. I am very positively looking forward to 2022. After the year that was 2021, which I actually said this on Twitter last night, I said, man, 2021 was a hell of a year. For some reasons, it was really awful, right? There was some really shitty stuff that happened in the year. A lot of it was kind of completely unexpected. At the very same time, 2021, for me and my content, ended up being a surprisingly positive year at a time when it could have literally been the opposite. It could have been, this is the end of everything, everything's falling apart at the seams. It actually turned out to be one of the best, most positive years in content creation that I've ever had. So I'm very pleased with that. And I'm very much looking forward to the new year in a positive fashion. What we're going to do on today's PreStream podcast, we're actually going to talk a little bit about the future. My plans for 2022, what I hope to accomplish, what I hope we can do together here, some things that supposedly are coming as positive changes to YouTube that are supposed to hit this year. We just don't know when. There's a lot to talk about in regards to the future. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Okay? All right, now, shall we talk? Let's talk. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, first thing we should do is we should talk about the schedule for this week. So you guys know exactly what's going on. You know what to expect gameplay-wise, because the schedule is now set in stone, except for one thing, which we're going to check live today, because last night I put up a poll. Last night on the main channel page of DSPGaming, right here on the channel, on the community tab. There it is. There's the new animation. We already got it. A $50 super chat has come in from Emil. Look at that. That is an awesome animation. I love it. It's creepy as hell, but it's actually really good, isn't it? Nice. Thank you, Emil, for the super chat and for the new animation to start. We already got to see it. Awesome. So again, the animation will play when there's a $20 to $50 tip or a $50 super chat. Okay? Cool. All right. Anyway, I know that's hilarious. I love these animations with my face on them. Okay. So, let's talk about the schedule. there's a poll up on the main channel of DSP Gaming right now. You guys are voting currently. What game do you want to see Sunday night on the late stream for 2 hours? And what game do you want to see Monday on the main stream for 3 hours? Okay? What I mean by that is Sunday night and Monday are up in the air. I'm not sure what I want to do. And I'm okay because I've got so many games going on right now between Skyrim, Resident Evil 4, and GTA 3 Definitive Edition. I don't really mind what order I play them. They're all really good games in my opinion. So, what we're going to be doing is your guys are voting, and depending on what you vote is going to determine the order that I play the games. Whatever game wins the poll will be played on Sunday night for 2 hours. Whatever loses the poll will be played Monday's main stream for 3 hours. So it's kind of a win-win. Either you see it earlier or you get more of it if it doesn't win. You see what I mean? Like, I don't think you can really lose, but I just need some guidance on what to play first. So you guys are voting right now. Please continue to vote over the course of today. And then as of tomorrow, whatever the results of the poll are will determine what we do on the late stream tomorrow night, Sunday night. Okay? So we'll talk about it in a second. Sorry, I got... Today I got, like, some tickle in my throat. It's annoying me. I kept, you know, feeling this in my throat earlier today. I keep trying to clear it, and then every once in a while it bothers me again, so I apologize for that. All right, let's talk schedule. Let's go through it. Then I'll check the poll live and see what's currently leading the poll. So today, the first streaming day of 2022. What are we playing? A 20-year-old game. What else? Why would you play something new on the first day of the new year? That's cliche. We go to the classics. Okay? So we're playing Grand Theft Auto 3 Definitive Edition on today's stream. All right? It should be a good time. It should be a fun time. We just got to the central island of the 3 parts of the map and started doing missions for the Yakuza. And I think we did like 2 or 3 missions, not that many. This is when the missions start to get pretty tough, actually. So we'll see how it goes today. I don't know how much progress we'll make, but I'm excited to see how far we can get in GTA 3. I'm estimating 2 more major streams, maybe 3, but probably 2 more major streams, including today, to beat GTA 3. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm guesstimating. Not estimating, guesstimating. It's a combination of guess and estimate. You see, it's very clever. Okay, should be fun. Should be a good time. As you know, full of fails, but also music and all kinds of good stuff. All right? Now, later tonight, the late stream is Halo Infinite multiplayer. Now, once again, I do have to emphasize, if you like me playing multiplayer games outside of old school Street Fighter, people ask me all the time, will you play a competitive game that's not a narrative-based game? We want to see you do competitive games, but can you do one that's not Street Fighter? Sure. I'll play Halo Infinite. Every time I play Halo Infinite, usually there's great attendance. And the last time that I played it, I did incredibly well. I started realizing that the pistol is incredibly good in multiplayer to the point where I'm getting like these precision kills against people. And then I went on a tear with the shotgun. I was just having a blast, and I was kicking major ass. I'm getting better at the game every time I play it, seriously. So, tonight, a very fun late night stream of Halo Infinite multiplayer. But I would ask, if you support my multiplayer efforts, please come support the stream. Because when I play this game, usually attendance is great, but support can be very all over the place. There's been streams of Halo Infinite that the support was amazing, outstanding. And there's streams of Halo Infinite where I played it for, you know, an hour and a half, and I made like $10. Which is weird. I don't understand how the support can be like kind of all over the place. If people like it, you think they should come have a good time and support it. Much like what happened last year with with the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, where it was consistently supported, you see. So we'll see what happens tonight, okay? Oh, excuse me. We'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully it's a smooth stream. Hopefully I do well. And hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay and it's supporting, okay? Tomorrow, the main gameplay stream on Sunday, January 2nd, is Lost Judgment. Now, hold on, because what I'm supposed to say is the main stream tomorrow is Lost Judgment. Yes, Lost Judgment is still continuing. It's not done yet. Yes, at this point, I swear we're at like 67, 68 parts or something insane like that. It's still not done. I know. But the point is we're trying to finish it. It's literally the last lingering thing from 2021. Every other major game playthrough that I did in 2021 is completed. Lost Judgment is the only one we didn't beat. And we were joking in September. Gee, I wonder if I beat it by the end of the year. I got an answer for you. No, I didn't beat it by the end of the year. The content is too lengthy in the game, the side content, and man, the other games just took priority to the point where some weeks I only played it like once, right? So, I need to finish it. Why? Because we're going to do the year-end awards on Tuesday. How do I do them if I didn't beat all the games from the year? Right? Yeesh. So, that's my goal. Tomorrow, 3-hour stream of Lost Judgment. If you've been along for the ride, whether you attended on stream, you watched on demand on YouTube, whatever it is you may have done, please be here for Lost Judgment tomorrow. Let's send it off in a good way. Now, the thing is, I'm not stupid. I may look stupid and act stupid, but I'm actually not stupid. I realize that because I specially set aside a 3-hour stream of Lost Judgment tomorrow, okay, there's a chance I still may not beat it. I'm serious. There's a chance that something, it may take too long or it actually gets drawn out, the plot. Keep in mind, I read all the text in the game. That's not voice acted. And in addition, I do interactions with you guys. We talk. I may not beat it tomorrow. All right? And since I may not beat it tomorrow, I'm actually reserving another stream on Monday night. Another 2 hours to beat the game. We're in Chapter 12. All that's left is the end of Chapter 12 and all of Chapter 13, which is the finale chapter, and that's the end of the game. So we're right there. We're right there. But I am not going to say, oh, only one stream, and then I don't finish it, and now we're screwed. So, tomorrow's main gameplay stream, Lost Judgment, let's get as far as we possibly can get, okay? Then, as I already stated, Sunday Night Monday is dependent on you and your voting. Let's check the results of the poll right now. Let's do it live, okay? So, as of right now, the poll is as follows. Resident Evil 4 on Sunday night and Skyrim on Monday has 63% of the vote. Skyrim on Sunday night and Resident Evil 4 on Monday is 37% of the vote. So 2/3 so far of my viewing audience who voted, and by the way, it's about 800 votes it looks like. So there still could be way more votes coming in. Sometimes we get thousands of votes on these polls. But in regards to this particular poll, 2/3 of the voters and the viewers want to see Resident Evil as a 2-hour late stream on Sunday and then a major stream of Skyrim on Monday. Does that mean that people just are dying for more Resident Evil 4 as soon as possible? Or does it mean that they want more Skyrim and therefore they're purposely delaying it till Monday so they get an extra hour? I have no idea. I don't know how this works. But that's just what the poll says, okay? So that means as long as that doesn't flip, that's what we're doing. Tomorrow night will be Resident Evil 4 2-hour stream, and then Monday will be Skyrim. Now, Monday night, if we need the extra stream to finish Lost Judgment, we will use it. And Monday night will be the conclusion of Lost Judgment, okay? If we don't need it, if we end up beating it tomorrow, then Monday night will be GTA 3 Definitive Edition, a 2-hour late night session, okay? So we'll see what happens. We'll play it by ear. Now, that means on Tuesday, it will be my Game of the Year awards as well as the most disappointing games of 2021 countdown on the main stream. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to live stream it, and instead of having actual gameplay streaming, the first segment will be the most disappointing games. I will count down the games in 2021 that I felt were the worst and or most disappointing. I'll show some video footage of each and explain to you why I feel that way about each game. Keep in mind, it is just my opinion. You can agree or disagree, and it's fine. In fact, the cool thing about it this year is the comments will be on YouTube. So if you watch the year-end series on demand on YouTube, you can actually comment and say, I agree. Oh, I disagree. Oh, Phil forgot this game. Oh, I don't think Phil should have had this game in there. You can actually do that for the first time in 6 years on YouTube. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm excited for that. So that's going to be Tuesday's stream. First is going to be the most disappointing games countdown. I'll go through all of them. It'll probably take about 90 minutes, I'm assuming. We'll take a break. Then I'll come back, and it'll be my Game of the Year awards, where I run through the best games of 2021, and I let you know what I think my best favorite game of the year was. The truth is, no one knows. No one knows because guess what? I don't review games anymore, right? I don't give games number scores. So when you don't have number scores to compare against each other, you actually have no idea. Maybe just maybe, a game that you think I really, really liked in 2021, and I didn't like it as much. Or maybe there was an indie darling, a hidden gem that I played that I actually felt was the best game of the year, and you would never suspect it. You'll never know until Tuesday when I do this series, all right? So I hope you'll be here. It's the last major stream of the week for me because Wednesday's my day off, but it'll be a great way to say, okay, we're fully done with 2021. Let's push forward positively into 2022 by doing the year-end series. And by the way, I'm very happy I get to do them this early in the year. Excuse me. The last few years, because of lingering playthroughs and other delays and issues, my year-end series ended up being either in the middle or late January, and last year's case, the first week of February. Who cares about year-end series in February? Not even me. I was disappointed it took so long to get to them. So I'm happy that now we're going to be able to do them this year right away. I'm very excited for this on Tuesday, and if all you can be here on Tuesday's stream, I hope you will join me. Okay? Then Tuesday night will be more Halo Infinite multiplayer to end the streaming week. I will not be here on Wednesday, okay? Now, coming up this next week, okay, here's what it's going to be. Oh, my God. Main gameplay streams will continue to be Skyrim, Resident Evil 4, and GTA 3 Definitive Edition until we start beating some of those games. Then we'll have something new in the rotation. The late streams. Halo Infinite multiplayer. Once a week, we're going to be doing Lost Judgment. Wait, what? Lost Judgment? Yes, we're still going to be playing Lost Judgment. Once a week, I'm going to do a late night stream. Only once a week. 2 hours a week. Where we're going to be wrapping up the side content of the game that I did not finish, including finding all the squirrels and solving the squirrel puzzles, other cases that are in the city that I never did before during the major playthrough. Maybe even trying to platinum the game. I don't know what that entails exactly, but we are going to be doing one stream a week of that on the late streams, okay? What I'm also fully intending to do that first week, full week of January, I want to do a late night Game Pass stream. And what I mean by that is I want to go into the Game Pass on my Xbox Series X. I want to see what games are available and what games have been added over the last 3 to 4 months that I haven't checked it out because I've been so busy with all the new releases of the fall. I didn't have a chance to really check out Game Pass recently. And I've heard there's many different games that have now been added there that I may be interested in, including some indie games like The Gunk, but a bunch of other stuff as well. So what we can do is do a late night stream of Game Pass, pick and choose games that look good, and then what I can do is when we have time in the schedule, which we're going to have, I'm going to beat GTA 3 within a few streams here, we can start playing other games and add them into the schedule along with Skyrim and Resident Evil 4. Okay? It's a good way to go about the month, I feel. So, to review, after this week is over, Skyrim, Resident Evil 4, GTA 3 will continue until one of them finishes. Late night streams will be Halo Infinite multiplayer, my weekly Street Fighter session, a weekly Lost Judgment session, and some Game Pass fun where we pick out Game Pass games and then start to play them and add them into the rotation. In addition to all of that, yes, I am going to play Condemned Criminal Origins, and we're going to finish it. There's only about 6 hours left in the game from what people told me. And you guys really seem to enjoy it when I played it during the Halloween Marathon. You've asked me to go back to it for the past 2.5 months, and I haven't had a chance yet. So now I'm like, hey, maybe I will go back and check it out now. Okay? Cool. That's the schedule, my friends. Now, new month, new year, new members goal. As you can see, I adjusted the members goal for the month of January to be more reasonable, down from like 365 down to only 350. At one point, we were at 334. We were only like 15 away from hitting the goal, all right? It's definitely doable this month. What is the reward, all right? I have a very cool answer for you on this one. I don't know. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. I don't know. What is the reward? You tell me. Because I've tried to motivate you guys to become a channel member in the last few months, right? I'm saying, oh, look at all the benefits. Highlight a name in chat. Don't have to abide by slow mode rules. Get access to all of my emotes. Get a cool chat crown badge. Priority access to Ask the King, my Q&A show when we do it every other month, and high chance to get your question answered. When we do special events, you get priority to nominate and vote on games for these special events, right? Plus other things coming up. Like I said, I am planning to eventually do some members-only streams with Halo Infinite and maybe some other games. So with all of those benefits, I don't know what else I could possibly do to motivate you guys to become a channel member. I just don't. I'm kind of like, I'm strapped for ideas. I would love to do a retrospective marathon, but it didn't work last month, so why would I set it up as the monthly goal again for this month, right? I would love to do a viewer's choice playthrough, but we kind of need to finish up with everything else first. In regards to, like, I want to finish Lost Judgment and get to the new stuff of the new year. Maybe we could do viewer's choice. My concern with doing a viewer's choice is as follows. Let's say, for example, we say, okay, the reward for January is viewer's choice. We hit the goal. You guys nominate on games. You vote on games. We get a game. Okay, time to play it. Wait, it's February. Shit, February's full of new games. How do I play the viewer's choice game, right? That's actually my major concern, is over-promising and under-delivering. I don't want to over-promise you guys something like, oh, let's do a full viewer's choice playthrough, and then we don't have time to do it because there's too many new games and it has to go on hold forever. You know, right now, Skyrim is a playthrough that we all know is going to be incredibly lengthy with all the content that's going to be in this anniversary edition, including all the DLCs, including these new expansion content from the Creators Club. And yet it has to go on hold in February because there's going to be so many new releases. So I already have a game that's going to be going on hold. Do I really want to promise you guys another viewer's choice playthrough that by the time you get to pick the game, now it has to go on hold because they're doing other new releases? You see what I'm saying? And the other thing is we can say, well, don't put it on hold. Still play it as often as you can. Do you really think people will be happy that there's a viewer's choice playthrough 2 hours a week? Right? So, I'm not sure what to do. I need your feedback. Please, give me your feedback. Whether you leave a comment on this video if you're watching it on demand on YouTube. Tweet me at TheyCallMeDSP. Email me. Whatever you want to do. Give me feedback. I need to know what it is you guys would like to see as a feasible reward if we hit the members goal for this month. As long as it's something that's you know, feasible and, you know, something we can fit into the streams and or a special event that's like a one-off event. You know, that's what I mean. Like, here's the difference. A special marathon event. Okay, I have to take a day away from my regular streaming schedule, but it's only a day. When you're doing a viewer's choice playthrough, that's an entire playthrough. What the game's 20, 30 hours long. That's weeks, you know? So that's what I mean. Like, it's a very different kind of reward, and I only want to make that kind of promise when I know that I can fulfill it. So, let me know. Now, the funny part about this is, excuse me, Nolan Lynch says you have to do members-only content if you want more members. I agree with you. At the same time, there's nothing I can do about that. Let me tell you a story. Many, 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 many years ago, when I moved out here to Washington, and I was hit with all this trolling activity against my channel, I realized I was going to have a hard time being a full-time YouTuber. This was before live streaming bringing in revenue or anything like that. But I realized it was going to be a tough time being a full-time YouTuber because DSPGaming had fallen out of prominence on YouTube. My revenue had gone way down. And so I adopted Patreon or Patreon or Patreon. Everyone pronounces it differently. It should be Patreon, like you're a patron of the arts, Patreon. Yet fucking most people pronounce it Patreon. It's like the people who own the fucking business don't understand how to pronounce the fucking word that their business is based on. Anyway, I adopted it many years ago. And back then it was more of a major focus. I told you guys, oh, there's all these reward tiers and everything. And I tried to push it. And at that point, I was like, let's think of ideas for Patreon. And my trolls actually came out and said publicly in videos, they said, if Phil ever has any kind of Patreon-only content, meaning you have to become a patron to see a certain video, become a patron to attend a live stream, we will become a patron, one of us, just to spoil the content. Meaning one person would pay the $5 a month, whatever it is, and then as soon as a video went live that's private, rip it off illegally, rip it, and post it on the internet. Therefore, there's no incentive to ever become a patron. Same thing, if there's a stream that's a members-only or patron-only stream, they would find a way to immediately rebroadcast it so everyone could see it, and there's no point in becoming a patron. You see? I can't do the things that other people do with their content because I have such a group of trolls following me who are such no-life losers that they literally, you know, try to ruin everything for me. Just like I can't get sponsors, because if I get a sponsorship, sadly, these assholes will ruin it for me. Go harass the sponsor. Say a bunch of nasty things about me, or harass the sponsor and say, why would you have him as your sponsor? Now we're going to harass you because of it. And then I lose the sponsorship. This is the difference between Phil trying to make a living and do fun things with his content, and anyone else. No one else has these actual completely messed up in the head losers doing messed up things just to get noticed, you see? So I would love, absolutely love, to say, hey, let's do a members only special stream or a members only video or a members. I can't. It literally wouldn't be members only. It would be ruined by those guys. Okay? So let me know what you guys think would be a great reward for a member, because I'd like to motivate people to actually become a member. What I'd like to do this year, and this is I basically have 2 resolutions this year when it comes to the channel. The first is I want to hit 200,000 subscribers by my birthday, April 6th. So we have 3 months to pull that off. The other is I want to see consistent growth every month. I'm not saying we have to have ginormous amounts of growth. What I'm saying is every month I want to see more members on the channel. Okay? So for example, we ended 2021 with 316 members. So that means my goal for January is to have above that. I want to have at least 317 members. I want to grow every month this year. I don't want this channel to be stagnant. I don't want this channel to have, you know what I mean? I want it to be at least showing some kind of growth every single month. All right? Okay. So please consider becoming a member if you're not. There's so many benefits. It helps the channel. And we'll talk over the course of the next week or two about what reward we should have if we hit 350. Fair enough? Okay. All right, guys. So here's what I want to do. We're going to do shout-outs. Of course, generous contributions have come in today. But I want to talk about the year that is 2022 and the future and some things that I would like to do this year, or at least would hope I could do this year, depending on how things go. Okay? And let's talk, all right? So, 2022. This year, I'm going to be on YouTube all year if I can help it. You know, this is where I am. This is my home now. I know that for many years there, it was kind of confusing because it was like, well, you know, Phil's on YouTube with his on-demand content, but he doesn't really talk about it. He doesn't really, accentuate it. Doesn't really emphasize it. He basically just, he uploads his stuff there, but there's no comments. You know, he never really does anything exclusive for YouTube. He's over on Twitch. And like, yeah, Twitch was my focus. Twitch was my big push for years and years. Grow the Twitch community, become this fun, interactive community. And by the way, I was very successful doing that. If you saw over the years that I was on Twitch full time, which was from early 2017 all the way through early 2021 through like, you know, what was it, April, May 2021, that channel grew dramatically. You know, I went from only having a couple hundred subs to 900 a month consistently. You know, the viewership, right? Engagement. All that stuff was great. We had people coming in earning the channel points from watching hundreds and hundreds of hours of streams. And then we had fun wagering streams. Where I'd either play Call of Duty or Super Mario or something, and we would wager the channel points on if I could do a challenge or not on a stream. It was great, right? What I could definitely tell you guys is I know for a fact Twitch was less controllable than YouTube is. And what I mean by that is because Twitch had more discoverability, because Twitch had a bigger viewer base over there. Let's just be honest here. More people are on Twitch watching live streams than on YouTube by far. We know that. I mean, that's just indisputable. Anyone could just go to Twitch and say, I want to watch someone playing GTA 3 Definitive Edition today. Oh, here comes streams of people playing it. Oh, there's Darkside Phil. Boop. And I would get natural viewership like that. But when you get that, you also bring in a different kind of element. Sometimes you get an outside element of trolling. Sometimes you get people who are trying to basically make those streams kind of like an exclusive club. Oh, if you're here, you got to be part of the crowd, the in-crowd, and we're all going to have inside jokes, and we're going to derail the streams with conversations that literally have nothing to do with Phil or what's going on in the stream. I didn't like that, all right? And sadly, you know, as much as I tried to really make that get under control, it was tough. Especially because I know there was organized efforts behind the scenes of people who would go in there with multiple different names and try to act up and do messed up stuff, okay? When we first came over here to YouTube, it was very different because, man, YouTube was like uncontrollable. But then all of a sudden, within like 2 months, everything changed. We got sub-only mode. We got more protections in place. You know, now on stream, yes, people could still troll, but it's not nearly as bad as it was on Twitch. The trolling on Twitch was like 10 times worse than it is here on YouTube. And now, because the streams on YouTube are more kind of almost personable, like I can have a better conversation with you guys. We can have more interaction and fun here on YouTube than I really have had on Twitch. Just true. That's a really awesome thing. Okay? Now, for this year on YouTube, I want to see consistent growth, meaning every month I want more members and or hopefully the channel will grow with more subscribers overall. I want to see consistent amount of people engaging the channel. And what I mean by that is liking a stream when you're watching it. Oh, you're like watching this live stream right now. You're having a good time. It's the first stream of 2022. Give it a like. It actually helps. And we just figured this out in the last week that this kind of engagement is helping with the YouTube algorithm. There's been people in the last week who said, man, Phil, I haven't watched your content in years. And all of a sudden you were showing up in like my recommended. And because I guess maybe because your stream had a lot of likes or whatever. And people came and started watching the content. All right. So I mean it, like you're just jumping on a stream. You're jumping in a video on demand. I want to see what Phil was up to today. If you like it, give it a like. It actually is helping. I seriously never gave any credence to the whole likes and leave a comment system on YouTube. I always thought, because for years it really didn't help at all. For years it was bullshit. I had tons of engagement with troll comments, yet my videos were unfindable on YouTube. Now apparently they're coming back. Like something has changed on YouTube where now my videos and streams are discoverable again. So that's good. All right. So what I'd like to do is make it a common practice now. If you're going to be here and you're going to enjoy the content, remember to like it. Remember, if you're watching a video on demand on DSPGaming, to leave a comment. All right. Even if it's just what's up DSP or hi or oh I like this video or whatever it may be. Anything actually helps because it's considered engagement for the channel. And I want DSPGaming in 2022 to feel again like a community, a social place where people can interact and have fun, have conversation. You're watching a video, right? Oh, it's the Game of the Year awards. Well, I want to talk with people in the comments about things I agree and disagree that Phil said in this video. I want to have a conversation back and forth. I want that to come back to the channel. That used to be a major focus of DSPGaming, is that people could come and discuss games and me and all kinds of fun stuff on the channel, and that went away for a very long time. I want that to come back in 2022, okay? I want this to be a positive, fun, social atmosphere for everyone again, because it hasn't been for a very long time. I need to close my blinds because the sun just came out in full force and I can't see again. Once again, it's reflecting off the floor. I have a white carpet in here. I can't see. It completely blinds me. Oh. Okay, much better. Whew. So now watch my camera screw up. Because remember yesterday my camera was going crazy with the white balance. Watch it screw up again today with the saturation. Dude, I can't see anything. My eyes are so screwed up because they're so white. Ugh. Okay, so that's definitely one thing that I want to do in 2022. I want to make this channel a place where you can come and hang out and enjoy games again and feel safe and feel like you're at home and feel like it's a community again. The thing that I feel like when we were on Twitch, all you had was like a group of, like I said, exclusive guys who chatted on Twitch, but it didn't feel like a community. Now I want this to become a fun community again, okay? Awesome. Now, also, some things that I would love to do this year, I don't know if they're going to happen, but some things that I would absolutely love to do in 2022. First of all, I would love to actually at some point this year have a major upgrade to my setup. Now, what I mean by that is the webcam I'm using and the PC I'm using right now to capture and stream. Last year, I had significant upgrades to my setup. I have a new laptop here that works amazingly well, and I can talk with you guys every day and read your messages. It's really good. This chair, are you shitting me? This chair is one of the biggest upgrades I've had to my setup in years because I feel comfortable now streaming. Seriously, I feel great. I've got lumbar support. This chair is outstanding, and it's actually physically helped me to feel much better sitting here doing what I do all day long when previously my body felt like shit after streaming all day. I feel the opposite, okay? It's really good. The Xbox Series X, are you kidding me? How much content we got out of that. So there were all these major upgrades last year, thanks to you. Because you know what happened last year with me losing my partnership on Twitch and how it screwed me over financially? I didn't have money for any of this stuff. You guys helped me out in a big way, and it allowed me to upgrade my setup to the point where there's many significant improvements, okay? This year, at some point, and at this point, I couldn't tell you when it's going to happen, I would love to have a new PC. I'm not looking for a high-end gaming PC. All I'm looking for is a PC that's more modernized, that I can capture, stream, do everything I need to do on it. At this point, it's become apparent after using an external capture device for 8 years or 7 years, or however long it's been, I need to have an internal capture card. They work better. They use less resources, and it would be great to have an internal capture card that I could then run to my setup over here to capture the gameplay. Since the PC would obviously be stronger, I could now upgrade my webcam, and the webcam could be a much higher quality webcam. Some people have even suggested, instead of a typical webcam like I'm using here, to actually buy a digital camera and or high-end camcorder that actually doubles as a webcam if you plug it into your PC. And that most people are doing that now who are doing this professionally. They don't just use a crappy little webcam. They're using a real camera with a big lens and everything, and it makes it look very high quality. And I would be very happy to have that. That's actually something I wanted to do many years ago. If you guys aren't aware, when I first started live streaming and people wanted face cam, I tried hooking up my camcorder and stuff to my PC, and none of it worked. Back then, I mean, we're talking eight plus years ago. I started streaming in 2013. You couldn't do that. It didn't work. Now, apparently, a ton of cameras work like that, which I'd be very happy to do, okay? So, then, of course, if we have a new PC, right, a new webcam, and since my PC won't be using all the resources of the freaking computer, I'll give you an example right now, just with me on webcam talking with you guys. There's no gameplay, there's no rendering. My CPU usage is at 50%. Just the webcam, 50%. So I turn the game on, now it goes like 80%. See what I'm saying? Like, I have no leeway to do anything right now and improve my setup in any way. I'm to my limits, okay? But with a new PC, it wouldn't be doing that, okay? So, new PC, new, webcam that will likely be like a high-definition streaming camera. Now we can look for other improvements. For example, everyone says you need green screen. You guys have been saying I need green screen since like the day I started streaming, okay? And every time that you've told me this, I've asked you a question. I said, okay, what would green screen add to my setup? Realistically, what would it add to my setup? What would it improve? And some people have different opinions. Some people feel that when I'm streaming, having this camera in a box, like I have it with a border, it takes up too much space of the gameplay. And I'm kind of like, yeah, but does it? Because we've resized it, we've changed it, we've done all these different things, right? And does it really affect the stream in such a negative way? I mean, take a look at this. Thank you very much, Justin R, for the tip. This takes up more space than the webcam, right? But you guys want that. You want attention for when you contribute. So what's wrong with the webcam being in a box? I've seriously always kind of been opposed. I'll be honest. I've always been opposed to a green screen. I feel that the whole green screen thing is a thing that content creators all jumped on a bandwagon a long time ago. Someone probably at one point implemented a green screen in a really creative way, and everyone said, oh, I want to be like that person. And so everyone just adopted it, just blanket. 99% of people who use a green screen probably don't even implement it in any creative way or even need it. It's just there to have it, to say, oh, I have it like everyone else. But if you have a stream where you have a camera and there's stuff going on, like, for example, look at this behind me. I got decorations, right? We got stuff going on. It's not just boring behind me. At least there's stuff going on. Then I don't see the problem with having a border or whatever. So personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with my setup as is. But when people for years and years and years are breaking me down and saying, you need the green screen, you need to, all right. So I would like to do it, but again, there's no way that I could do that unless I have a setup that will support it. What's the point of doing a green screen if it looks like shit because I'm using a webcam that's 8-9 years old? Well, I can't upgrade the webcam because the PC can't handle it. So it's kind of like this series of steps that we need to take to get there and then see if green screen's viable. And by the way, people were ridiculous. Why isn't he using his green screen setup? You mean the one from 2015? The one that was in my garage that was a ginormous fabric green screen the size of the wall of my garage, not something you can use in an office setting. It's broken and tossed. I got rid of it years ago. That thing sat in my garage, no exaggeration. I did that series of green screen footage. I put it up on the internet. Everyone used it for good and bad or whatever purposes, right? And then it just sat there and kept getting in disrepair and falling apart in the garage. It's gone. That thing's been broken and tossed at the dump for like 2-3 years ago. It's gone. I don't have a green screen right now. Now, the thing is, I know for a fact that there's green screen setups that are inexpensive, easy to pop up. There's ones that are just like a big pop-up board. They go, they unfold, and you can put them behind you, or they unroll like green fabric. It'll unroll right behind you, and you can put it down. It has like weights. It weights it down to the floor so it's smooth. And all you need to do is get better lighting. Like my lighting right now is a cheap lamp. Seriously, it's a El Cheapo lamp that I've used for over a decade. It's it's crappy quality. I would have to get some kind of better lighting for sure if I was going to do something like green screen. I'd have to. The problem is, and here's what's going to happen if I go green screen, okay? And I know exactly what's going to happen. It's not going to look nearly as good as people think it will look, okay? And people will complain. And they'll say, well, it doesn't look good. Why? And I'll answer. Because in my office, the front wall of my office has a window. This window points towards the sun. The sun hits it every afternoon. That's why I tell you guys sometimes this office heats up like an oven sometimes because it gets so hot with the sun beating on it in the afternoon. I have blinds that I close, but as you see, they don't really stop the light. The light still comes through between the blinds when the sun is beating on it. So in order to really do a green screen setup that's effective and looks good, I would have to buy blackout curtains of some sort to put there. The problem is this is not a giant back door or even a regular window. This is a weird wide sliding window. I'd have to go to like Lowe's or Home Depot, and I'm not kidding. I'd have to pay a ton of money to custom order and have custom installed blackout blinds or blackout curtains on the window to stop all light from coming in during the daytime. If you notice those people who actually do the green screen consistently, take a look at the rooms that they broadcast from. It's 4 walls, no windows, no light. It's just only lighting in there they control with like a lamp or whatever, right? I don't have that flexibility. I don't even have a fucking room in my house that has no windows. Seriously. So I would have to do not only upgrade the PC, upgrade the camera, upgrade the lighting, buy a green screen. Buy blackout, curtains now for this so that that light doesn't affect anything. You're talking extensive amounts of upgrades and time to do this. For what? For what benefit for the green screen? Again, I'm not against it. I'm really not against it. It's just I know it's an insane amount of work when we could be focusing on, let's do fun gameplay streams. Let's do fun interactive streams. Let's just have a good time with stuff this year. Oh no, Phil has to take time away now and spend a ton of time and money and everything to get a green screen setup working. Is that really what you guys want? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like for me, I really don't see the overall benefit. But you guys have asked for this for so many years that you want the fucking green screen. It's like, oh man, I just don't know if it's gonna work. But it's something that, like I said, it's step by step. So this year, I don't know when this is gonna happen. And by the way, I've already talked about it since we have such a crazy month coming up in February. So many new releases coming out in a short period of time. I don't want to do any changes before then because I want my shit working consistently for February. I actually had told you guys originally I just wanted to get through the busy gaming season of the fall and winter, and then probably January I would look to do upgrades. But now February is crazier than that. Like February has more high-profile games in it than the entire hardcore gaming season did. In like 1 month's time, we've got Sifu, Dying Light 2, Horizon Forbidden West, King of Fighters 15, Elden Ring. That's 6 high-profile games in 1 month, and I didn't even think about half of them. That's the ones off the top of my head. All right? So I need to have my shit working and not, let's try new shit in February. Oops, now the stream's not working. Now this fucked up. Now that. No, I need to be consistently working so I can put out great stuff for you. In fact, what I've been telling you guys is I actually feel that February of this year, we are going to see a lot of growth on this channel. We are. Because February, there's going to be so many new releases. People are going to naturally flow in, especially if people make it a practice. Oh, I'm watching a live stream of Phil's and I like it. Like the stream. Click like, right? Oh, I'm watching a video. Click like. Leave a comment. If people ingrain this in their heads, it's just something that you should do every day. It's a natural thing that helps. You're going to have my stuff discoverable everywhere on YouTube. People are going, oh, I want to see Seafood today. Oh, here's someone live streaming it. Go to DSPGaming, check it out. And you're going to see this natural influx of people again. This used to happen all the time on DSPGaming. It went away. Now it's going to happen again. So this is exciting. And I really feel like this year can turn this channel around. We can get back on pace how we were many years ago to have this channel grow again. I know we can. I know we can. Because there's positivity behind the content now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be, oh, everyone just shits on Phil. It's not the case anymore. A lot of people just don't care about that negativity anymore. Yeah, there's still a large group of assholes, but I think people are finally starting to realize that you have to be a gullible idiot to just believe what everyone says. If you give 5 minutes to go check out what Phil actually does on his channel, it's completely different from what these idiots say. Here I am. I'm doing a podcast. We've been talking for 50 minutes. How many times this morning have I talked about, hey, we have a tip skull today, please contribute? See? You see? That's what they say is such horse shit. What they do is they nitpick little portions of a stream to make me look bad. Okay? But anyway, I'm feeling great about this year. Now, a few other things. Some things that I would definitely like to implement and do this year actually have nothing to do really with me and have everything to do with YouTube. All right? YouTube, a month or two ago, actually made a big announcement. I don't know if you guys are aware about this announcement or not. You may or may not know. They made a large announcement saying, in the year of 2022, we're going to make all these big improvements to streaming on our site. We want to bring in people to start streaming, okay? And so, they announced major changes. Here's some of the major changes. First of all, new options to make moderation easier on streams. So I'll give you some perspective here. On YouTube, anyone could make their channel be any name. I'm not kidding. You can make your channel PewDiePie. You can make your channel Ryan Reynolds official channel. You know what I mean? Barack Obama presidential channel. You could impersonate anyone on YouTube, and there's no way to stop that. Frequently, we get people who impersonate other stream chatters to make them look bad, and the moderators literally have no way to discern between this. On Twitch, what happens is when someone talks, you can click on their name, and it'll show you how long the channel's existed. You can click to go to their channel to see if they're legit or not. You can actually see their entire chat history. So what they're saying is they want to implement the same kind of thing here on YouTube. Yes. Can you imagine how much better the streams would be if people cannot do that kind of trolling? Right? That would be amazing. We need that kind of help with the streams and control over the streams, and we haven't had it because YouTube never had any real good moderation options here. Right now, just to give you some perspective how crazy this is. Let's say, for example, right now, 672, who's a regular of the stream, he's a supporter, by the way, I'm just making a joke here, but let's say 672 says something awful. He said, you know, my mother has hairy armpits or something like that. Like, 672, that's it, you're out of here. So I click on a drop down next to 672's name. Here is what's available for options. Pin his message, report him, which doesn't even do anything, remove this particular comment, put the user in a 10-minute timeout, hide the user on the channel, which is essentially ban them from the channel, or add them as a moderator. Okay? All of those options are sitting next to each other in a drop-down menu that, by the way, when you click, this chat keeps scrolling, so you might accidentally click. There's been times there's a troll in the chat, he's a complete shithead. I want to ban him, and I accidentally make him a moderator. Because the fucking chat, it's terrible. The moderation options here are really trash on YouTube. It's just, I can't believe it's so primitive. Now, you expect people to move from somewhere like Twitch where they have robust and interesting and really interactive and good, useful moderation options, and you want them to move their business from Twitch to YouTube where it's like play school moderation options. Really, it's like Kitty's first stream day. Oh, look, it's like the most basic things you could ever see. It's a joke. And by the way, my mother does not have hairy armpits, 672. I'm very insulted that you said that about my mother on stream today. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? That's something they absolutely could improve like this. That's like real quick program, type it in, but they take forever. They haven't done it yet, but they've promised that they're going to do that this year. Okay. Another thing they've absolutely promised is gifted memberships here on YouTube. So for those of you who maybe weren't around for the Twitch streaming days, I guess you weren't watching my content for like 4 years. One of the major things that was a huge asset on Twitch is that Twitch would allow you to buy a subscription for someone else and gift it to them. You could either specifically gift a paid subscription to someone you like, or you could do what's called a sub bomb, buy a random grouping of subscriptions and just drop it on a channel, and random people in the chat would actually be gifted a subscription. In some cases, you could even gift a ton of subscriptions to people who weren't on the stream but had previously watched a stream of that person. They would just get a gifted subscription out of nowhere behind the scenes. Now, you may say, what's the big deal with that? You have no idea. Number one, that's actual good income. People, in a lot of cases, are like, man, I don't want to do a tip. I don't want to contribute with a cheer or super chat. I want to help others. So if I'm going to support the channel, I want to do it in a way that other people benefit too. And what would happen is, especially near the end of the year, people would do giant sub bombs on the channel, drop 50 subs in one go. That's incredible amount of income. That it adds up and helps so much, those gifted subs. You have no idea. So, you know, there were months when there would be like 500 people subscribed naturally, and then someone would come, and by the end of the month, I'd have 900, 1,000 subs. I got 500 gifted subs. Oh my God, right? A huge, ginormous increase to the income for that month. Here on YouTube, it's not possible at all. So that's something that I used to always get over on Twitch, and I didn't get at all on YouTube this year during this busy gaming season. Zero. Nothing like that at all. Okay? Now, in addition to that, what you guys may not realize is, even though you say, oh, that's not natural growth, that's artificial growth, right? That's not real. You're right. That's not someone actively saying, okay, I choose to become a member, or I choose to subscribe to the channel myself and pay for it. Boop, here we go. It's more you're being given essentially what you would call a free trial, right? Think about it. Right now, there's so many subscription-based services out there, and most of them give you a free trial. What, Netflix? You get like a week free, right, to test it out, to see if you like it. And then if you like it, then you can continue on with your ongoing subscription. That's essentially what a gifted membership or a gifted subscription is. You're getting a month to test the waters and see if the benefits of being a member or a subscriber is something you want. Then, if you like it, you can willingly extend it. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. In the history of me being a streamer over on Twitch, when there used to be the gifted subscriptions, probably out of all the gifted subs, maybe, and this is a strong maybe, 10% of the people who got a gifted subscription would actually continue it. Okay? But that's 10% that didn't exist before. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's 10% where that wasn't existing on the channel before. It's still additional income. And a lot of people say, wow, I actually really enjoyed having that. I had all these emotes that I could use. I had a cool, crown next to my name, a highlighted name. I got my questions answered on Phil's Q&A show. This is a really cool benefit, right? So, that's the cool thing about it, is I know for a fact that there were people over on Twitch who were constantly gifting subscriptions. And when I moved over to YouTube, basically that just ended. Some people would say, oh, well, didn't they transition to supporting in other ways? Actually, no. There is a group of people who were definitely supportive over on Twitch who just stopped because they felt, if I'm going to contribute, I want a thing that's going to benefit a lot of people, not just Phil. And so once it was like, oh, well, I could tip to help the channel and that's it, they stopped. I'm just being honest. So I feel that once they implement gifted memberships here on YouTube, we are going to see a large jump in memberships. Now, is it something that'll be sustainable? I have no idea. Probably not. Like I said, right now, if there were gifted memberships, if YouTube turned them on like this, within a week, I think we would jump by 100 members. How many people would actually keep those? 10, right? But that's still 10. You see what I'm saying? It still helps. It really still helps in that regard. So once YouTube turns on the gifted memberships, I think this channel will actually see a big burst in support. That will help me a lot this year. And I need it because I have not, since I went from Twitch to YouTube, I have not gotten back to where I was with the amount that I was making, over on Twitch. I'm just not making that much anymore. There's nothing I can do about it. I try to get back there and build this channel up to the point where it's the same as the Twitch channel was. But when you don't have the phone, you don't have the ability to moderate it properly, when you don't have gifted memberships, when you don't have all the features that the competitor has, it's hard to build yourself up to that level again. You know what I'm saying? So what I would hope is that what YouTube's promises that they made last year, they hold to them, and that sooner rather than later, because here's the other thing. They said all these improvements are coming to streaming in 2022, but they didn't say when. They just said 2022. That could be tomorrow. That could be next month. That could be the summer. That could be December 31st, 2022. You see? They didn't commit, and they need to commit to when they're going to implement these changes, because I really feel that these are things that will absolutely benefit people who are trying to make a living being content creators on YouTube. Instead, YouTube seems to diversify their efforts among so many things. They don't really focus in on one, and then they lose track of what they're doing. For example, they are so pig-headedly trying to push forward with these YouTube shorts. They still have this weird incentive where if you create YouTube shorts and it gets a certain amount of popularity, YouTube pays you bonus money. Every month they're doing this. And it's like, I don't give a fuck about YouTube shorts. I'm not a TikToker. I'm not going to sit here doing a dance and doing a mini video. I put out meaningful content that's longer than like 20 seconds because I'm a meaningful content creator who's been doing it for 13 years. I'm not some asshole trying to get a quick click and viral popularity on the internet and make a buck doing it. I don't care about YouTube shorts. I never will. Give me something to make my existing business successful on your site. Stop focusing on bringing in shit from other sites that already are popular. YouTube is always late to the game. They always jump on a bandwagon very, very late. And here they are, live streaming. You tried this like 5 times, and every time they try to pretend like live streaming is important, then they forget about it and they stop focusing on it and they do something else. That fails, by the way. Oh, let's do Google Plus implementation to copy Facebook. Oh, let's bring in this feature that no one gives a fuck about, right? And now the new thing, let's do YouTube Shorts. Within 2 years, YouTube Shorts, no one will care. It'll be done. Just like every other thing they do on YouTube. They implement and then they forget. They fail, then they forget, and they act like it never happened. They need to focus on shit that would help people right now. They really do. And it upsets me that I am working my butt off trying to make DSPGaming work on YouTube again. Okay? It's tough. It's very different from being on an active site like Twitch where discoverability is possible and everything. It's very tough here on YouTube to get discovered. That's why I keep telling you guys, hey, like the stream if you like it. It's helping me out and stuff like that. It really does, but I got to ingrain this now in everyone's heads. When over on Twitch, I never had to say that. Things would just be found, right? It's tough. And to know that there are easy, simple things that YouTube could do. Flick a simple switch and help out content creators on the site, and they won't do it because they're so busy with their heads up their butt talking about YouTube shorts and other dumb shit that's not going to help anyone. Okay, real quick, I need to blow my nose, and then we're going to get to shout-outs, okay? Because there's been a significant amount of contributions this morning. But I got to blow my nose. It's bothering me. Yuck. Ugh. Ooh. Okay. We have many shout outs to do this morning. Thank you all so much for your support. All right. All right. You guys ready here? Let's do shout outs. Okay. So we start off this morning with Big IQ Play, who did a super chat and says, wait a minute. Wait a minute. For some really weird reason, my queue is not accurate. It cut off some of the contributions from earlier. If you remember, we actually started off today with a very large super chat because there's a new animation for a $50 or larger super chat, and there was a big one. It's not even in my queue. What that means is it must have timed out. So I wonder if I do this. Hold on. Can I see it this way? I can. All right. So shout out to Emil H with that very generous over $50 super chat earlier to see the new animation that will play for a $50 or larger super chat or a $20 to $50 tip. Okay. Thank you very much, Emil, for that support. I don't know why it cut off, but it did. But now I shouted you out. Thank you so much. It's very generous. Okay. Now, shout outs. Big IQ Play did a super chat, says, member reward idea, stop playing Lost Judgment. Good, because we are soon. We're finishing it either tomorrow or Monday night, and then there's only going to be once a week for the people who really like the playthrough, we'll do one late night stream a week where we do the leftover side content, and that's Lost Judgment, okay? So there you go. MS did a $2 super chat talking about someone else who might be a detractor. I'm not sure, so I'm not even going to shout it out. I missed the part where that's my problem, which is actually a quote from Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi movie. Did a super chat and says, would you consider role-playing as Pikachu for 1 to 3 minutes as a $200 tips goal? I think it would go really well with the Pikachu hat. Happy New Year's. Could I do that? Yes. Will I do it? Probably not. Ruby did a super chat, $5. Says, what if a member reward? You do a stream where you shop on Amazon to find new vests and such, but only members get to vote on what you purchase. See, that's an interesting premise. We actually were going to do that back in November. That was actually one of the goals we were going to do, is if we hit a certain members goal in November, I was going to go on Amazon Live, and we were going to look for hats. And we were going to order some new hats together for the streams. All right, you know what, Ruby? I like that suggestion. We're going to say, okay, that's a possibility. If we hit the members goal this month, we go on an Amazon shopping trip. We do a live stream on Amazon where I look around on Amazon for hats and or maybe vests. I thought we were going to do vests because I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 vests, and I wear them once in a blue moon. There's no reason for new vests. But hats, I wear them all the time. Like, very frequently do we hit the hat goal. So I actually feel in that regard, that that's a good idea. So, yes, let's keep that as a possibility, Ruby. If I forget about it, remind me. But let's keep that as a possibility for the members goal this month. That sounds good. Only Cold Beer. Re-up their membership for 5 months in a row. So, Happy New Year to you, Jasper Cat, and the chat. Thank you, Only Cold Beer. Happy New Year to you, man. Ruby did another super chat and said, with the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, would you go back and play 3 original classic games on GameCube to gear up for Hogwarts Legacy? Yes, if people wanted it. I do have a Wii that runs GameCube games, and I do have a adapter that does HDMI out for it, so it's a possibility. Yes, if people wanted to see that, I would consider it. Zen Second Hero did a super chat asking, did I get totally hammered on gin last night? No, I don't have gin in the house. I keep telling you guys, I haven't drank gin now probably in almost 2 years. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had gin. No, last night I actually had a margarita. I had a margarita at home to celebrate the new year. Let's see here. Big IQ Play did another super chat. Are you going to collect money for the PC and backpedal again and say the money was used for your mortgage? No. Because I never did that. You're an asshole. So we all know Big IQ Play is just an asshole now for saying that. Here we go again. Accusations of things that never happened. That never happened. What are you even talking about? Fucking idiot. Swaggins became a member for 6 months and says, Phil, hi, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Swaggins. It's good to see you. Ruby did another super chat. So what about having a cool gaming-themed tapestry behind you to hide the soundproofing foam? Let me put it this way. We could do a lot of things with the space behind me now. Because it used to be I was very limited because I had a love seat and there was no room. There's actually, I would say, let's see here, about 2 feet. It's about a foot. Yeah, there's about 2 to 2.5 feet of space between my chair and the wall. So we could do a lot. You're right. We could hang something back here behind me. If we could find like a stand or something to hang something nicely there, that could be. There's a lot of options. You know, right now what I have is a couple, what do they call them? Those plastic storage bins sitting here with this stuff on it. And this is actually a rolling cart. It used to be like a TV cart, but now it's just kind of empty. I have my hats on the bottom of it and everything. That's definitely a possibility. We could do different things behind me. People have ideas of how to decorate and make the channel look different, or you know what I mean? Sure. Let's talk about that too. That might be a good idea. 672 did a super chat, but it's not the real 672. It's an impersonator, and I ignore him. Babu Chan did a super chat. Thank you, Babu Chan, for the super chat this morning. And Sun Robin just did a super chat. Says, please do a poll for the next member goal. Great, but we need to figure out poll options. You can't just do a poll. You need to figure out what are the viable options for said poll. See what I'm saying? Okay. So let's talk about that. Now, let's get to the tip side of things. All right. Significant amount of tips and support this morning. The first tip came in from Gothi Senpai. Welcome back, Gothi Senpai. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you had a great holidays. They tipped $10 and they say, DSP, Happy New Year. I hope this year you will reach all of your YouTube follower goals. tip goals, and earn $1 million. That is probably not going to happen. $1 million bucks. Unless this channel somehow blows up with viral popularity, which I don't see how that could happen. I really don't think we're making $1 million this year. Okay? But anyway, let's start the year with positivity and support because we're here to watch you succeed. So thank you so much. Got the Senpai for the first tip of the day, $10, and that's very nice. Again, my goal, 200,000 subs by my birthday, first week of April. That's 3 months to make that happen, with the month of February being incredibly packed with new releases. We can make it happen, but we need more people to subscribe. One way you can help, like the stuff you see. You're on the stream, you're having a good time, like the stream. That brings in visibility. People will find this stuff by looking at YouTube, okay? Team Ico Gamer, with a very, very, very humble $100 tip. Team Ico Gamer, thank you so very much for that insanely generous tip. So first of all, let's get that up on the leaderboard, and what I'd like to do is do the poll for the hat, so you guys could vote while I'm still doing shout-outs. Thank you so much. The first ginormous tip of the new year has come in already, mere moments after starting. Thank you so very much, Team Ico Gamer, for that. So let's go ahead and let's do the poll for the hat right now. Excuse me. Here we go. Oops. Ugh. I double-clicked and made a blank poll. Shit. I think we should end the blank poll. Okay, I ended it. Let's try this again. Okay. So, which hat to start off 2022 strong? The cowboy hat, the fake hair hat, the Pikachu hat, or the Deadpool hat. You might say, why not the pilot hat? Because last night on the Street Fighter stream, we got that right off the bat, and I wore it all night, and I kicked butt with Bison, so I don't want to wear that 2 streams in a row, especially because we're starting a new year. It would be a bummer to start off the new year with the same hat we just ended the last year with. So there you go. Let's vote. Cowboy, fake hair, Pikachu, and Deadpool hats. Please vote, and thank you guys. Now, Team Ico Gamer, thank you so very, very, very much. Let's read about it. It says, Happy New Year, Phil. 2021 was awesome, with a great variety of games that I enjoyed watching you play on stream. Although I mostly watch the videos on demand due to my schedule. Random question, have you ever been in a fist fight in your life? It would be interesting. A physical fist fight as an adult? No. I don't like fighting people in real life as an adult. When I was a kid, yeah, I got into a few scraps. I've told the story before about a bully who was kicking my ass in the middle of a parking lot when no one was looking. So I told him to stop, and then finally he kicked me again, so I grabbed his leg and pulled, and he landed directly on the back of his head on concrete, and he never picked on me ever again. And I was bullied significantly in high school. Kids beat me up, breaking my stuff, and I would punch back and stuff, and it's nothing significant, no serious fights in my life. No, I've never really gotten into a giant fight or anything like that. I have no MMA history, you know. There you go. No win-loss records. An anonymous $2 tipper says, where did you get the Ryu and Mega Man pixel art that's behind you? Fan. A fan made this many years ago and sent it to me. And I was like, wow, thanks so much. Maybe one day I could implement using it. And I basically kind of put it into storage. You know, I had it in a storage bin over there with the games and stuff from over the years. And then, you know, a few months ago, I was looking for a new way to decorate on stream, and I opened up, oh, what the hell? And I looked like, this is so cool. Lego Mega Man, Lego Ryu. I can use these. And now I do. And it looks really cool, right? They're really nice. I like it a lot. So thank you very much to that fan. In fact, that person had come on stream like a month later and was like, holy shit, it's awesome you're using my stuff. So thank you for the $2 tip. That gets us up to 112. Let's keep track here because I almost lost track of what we were doing. That's 112. The UPS guy tipped me $4.20, and he says, Happy New Year, DSP. I hope your year goes smoothly. I've been watching your old and new Skyrim videos, and now I got Skyrim downloading as we speak. Anyway, be safe, and also remember, use UPS. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Eternal Napalm did a $1.50 tip and says, I've watched 2 trailers for Elden Ring, but I've come across so many videos while browsing, like the first 25 bosses from the demo and whatnot. I enjoy going into games and discovering things on my own. Why do people ruin experience for themselves? because there's multiple reasons, okay? First of all, some people basically have this weird thing in life, because it's happened all the time. If they're the first to do something, or relatively early on an exclusive part of an exclusive club to adopt something or do something, they just feel like there's some innate attraction to doing it. Why do you think people line up outside of Apple stores every time a new iPhone's released? Even if the iPhone doesn't have features that really matter and it's not really an improvement, they'll still fucking drop $1,000 to buy the new iPhone on release day just to have it. That's just how people are. They have this weird, almost addiction to being the first. So, I'll completely spoil Elden Ring for everyone, but I might as well just fucking talk about the whole first half of the game. Spoil it for everyone. Put it on the internet. Okay, the other thing is, people like money. And if you're the first to do something, you get more attention for it, and a lot of the times you can monetize that content and make a lot of money. Back in the day, if I was the first person to run to a game store, buy a game, get home, play the game, do a full playthrough of the game from start to finish. By the way, there's the new animation. Thank you very much, Ju Dante, for that. I'm going to shout that out in a moment. But yeah, that's how I made my living back in the day. Before the days of, the exclusive, chosen content creators who were going to pay to do early streams and playthroughs of our game, get the game early, and everyone knows the game early because we showed it a week early. That's what game publishers do now. Back in the day, none of that happened. Okay? None of that happened. It was, everyone was on equal ground. You had to go on release day and either at midnight release, line up outside your GameStop or whatever game store, buy the game, come home and play it. Or the next day when it actually released, when the store opened, buy the game, rush home, play the game, record, and upload, right? That's actually how I used to make a living on YouTube, being one of the first guys to put up that content. Now, would I ever get a game early and then spoil the whole fucking game? No, I'm not an asshole. Even though, yeah, if I had done that and I found a way to do that, I probably would have made a lot of extra money. In fact, I remember there was one particular channel where the guy who owned the YouTube channel, all right, never showed his face, purposely because he didn't want to get in trouble. He had connections with people who worked at game stores. He would get games days early and do full fucking playthroughs of them on YouTube before the game was released and anyone could get them. This was before people would actually get advanced copies. He would actually illegally get these games from behind the scenes, underhanded methods, and play them for his channel to get that inflated attention on his channel. And I remember at one point, I got into it with him. Behind the scenes, I was like, dude, you're such a scumbag. Like, you understand that, like, people are trying to make a living putting out entertaining content. You don't even do that. You literally only get views because you're a fucking criminal. You're a scumbag asshole. And you don't deserve any popularity on YouTube because you're just basically breaking the system. Okay? But anyway, in regards to Elden Ring, this game is the first FromSoft game in how many years? 3? Right? When was Sekiro? Was 2018? Or was it 2019? Can't remember. But it's been several years since there's been a FromSoft game. This is a game that's a return back to the roots. It's going to play very similar to Dark Souls with some tweaks and changes, but essentially it's the game everyone's wanted. Sekiro was not that. This game is. People are incredibly hyped for this game. So, if someone can completely break the fucking game and hack it and unlock the first 72 bosses of the game, here's everything up to the final boss room of the game. They'll do it. I'm sure that there's probably so much shit leaked on the internet about the game. And of course, my recommendation is avoid it all. You don't want to ruin your experience. You don't want to spoil the entire fucking game for yourself before the game's even out, right? That's stupid as shit. People are just assholes, right? So don't do that. But, you know, I'll watch a trailer or two. Here's what I've seen of Elden Ring. I saw there was that trailer that leaked last year. That was supposed to be the official trailer, but it leaked early, so they canceled it. I saw that. Then I saw their official trailer. And then I saw they did that 15-minute gameplay demo at one point. That's what I've seen. That's it. I'm not going to spoil myself on anything else of Elden Ring. I want to play the game and have first-time experiences of everything in that game as we play it. I don't want to know half the shit coming up. I don't want to even understand I don't want to understand the systems of combat. I want to learn it all while I'm playing the game. That's the point of playing a fucking game. Not doing hours of research before the game is out, and then you go into the game as a fucking expert. That's the dumbest way. What? You're not even playing the game then. Right? You're not. You're basically preparing for a test. Either you play a game and you play it with the understanding it's supposed to be fun, or you're studying for a test. A test at university. What's your grade, right? Who the fuck? How's that fun? You ever study for a test and had a lot of fun when you got the right answers? Oh, yeah. It's just very thrilling. Fucking people, man. Okay. Justin R., thank you for a $10 tip. He says, Happy New Year's, Phil. Keep up the positivity. Looking forward to watching your channel grow back and bigger and better than ever before. Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you very much for the support and the very nice message. That gets us up to 127 and growing. X Shook Ones did a $2 tip. Says, Happy New Year, champ. Hope you're preparing yourselves for the upcoming amount of games next month. It's going to be insane, right? We know it. We know February is going to be wild. So I'm excited for that. Oh, yeah. Then Shook Ones did another tip. I keep saying super chat. Another tip, $1.50, says, so I'm just interested what your thoughts on Witcher 3 are after all these years. Honestly, my thoughts on Witcher 3 really haven't changed. I've been watching my wife play it, and she beat the main game. Now she's doing the Blood and Wine DLC. The story is really good. It starts off with a story where you're searching for Ciri, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the game, the story flips and changes and turns into something else. The side content is some of the best side content ever made in an RPG. It's immersive. It makes you feel like it's part of the organic world you're in, and actually feels just as meaningful as when you're doing the main plot. The graphics are great. To this day, the graphics are still great. She's playing on PS4 Pro, so it's not running at 60 frames, but it still looks amazing. The music, the music's so good, man. You're in the open world and you have the vocals that are going on. Oh, it's a gorgeous environment. It's a gorgeous world. But my original criticisms of the game still stand. Like, there's ridiculous stuff in the game that doesn't need to be in it. And what I mean by that is the over-convoluting of the combat system. Oh, you need a decoction, but you're also using your signs, but you're also using melee combat with parries, but you could also dodge, but then you could craft a bomb and throw a bomb, but then you could do this and that, and it's like, it's so convoluted of a combat system that most people probably just mash. And quite frankly, that's mostly what Kat did. You know what she did? She built up her armor, the spell that builds up the shield. She leveled that all the way. So now the shield's great. It absorbs hits. She can hold it as a constant shield to get health back, or she can just take hits. And she basically does melee attacks against the enemies, and it heals every once in a while. And that's all you have to do. The game is so overly complicated with the combat system. You don't need half the mechanics that are put into the game to actually enjoy the game. It's really stupid in that regard. Like, I don't know why they even had a million things like that in the game. It's just broken. Also, I still don't understand. I was saying this to her when she was playing it. I was like, are you aware that in Witcher 2, Triss, the magician, who's in this game, mind-controlled Geralt and made him think that they were in a romantic relationship so that she could control him and get him to do things for her. And then later on, it was revealed in that game that she was mind-controlling him and he broke out of that control. Wouldn't you hate her? Like, wouldn't you think you had me as your slave for years? Wouldn't you be pissed? Why is he friendly with her in this game? I didn't understand. I remember being confused about that when I played Witcher 3 myself. I'm like, wouldn't you be like your mortal enemy? You were her fucking slave for a game. Right? Like, why would you like her now? It doesn't make any sense. But, I don't know. Like, there's all these things about the game that still, there's little quirks and things, but I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to, like, completely rag on the game. I still think the game's outstanding. You know, she played through it and she loved it. Even though there's things about the game she doesn't like, Kat loves the game overall. She's like, wow, it's a really good game. I just wish that it had this a little better. This was different, tweaked, blah, blah, blah. Right? Personally, I still think it's a great game. One of the best RPGs of last console gen, for sure. Okay. Jew Dante, take $25 tip, which is why we saw the new tip animation. And he says, shout out to Tony P, Inmate Elvis, 672, and Eternal Napalm. So thank you to Jew Dante. That is going to get us up to the... Yes, we've hit the goal. 155. We've done it. We hit the tips goal. Excuse me. We hit the tips goal, my friends. For today's stream, and we didn't even boot the game yet. So thank you very much, Jew Dante. So, the hat poll is complete. The hat poll is Pikachu. So, Pikachu, I choose you. It looks like I'm fucking Sub-Zero, and I'm like raising the severed head of my enemy in front of me. Dun dun dun, Sub-Zero wins. Pokatality. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my god, we're with us the whole stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a vest poll. Ooh, because we hit the full tips goal. Now, here's the thing. New year, right? So let's make it so that the last 2 vests I wore aren't eligible today. The last 2 vests I wore were the platinum and then the gold. So let's do beige, red, denim, and camo. We haven't had camo eligible in like a ridiculously long time. So let's do those 4. Let's do ones that I almost never wear. Okay? Which vest is 2022 best? So beige, the original that started it all. Red, blue, no, excuse me, not blue. Denim, and camo. There you go. Nice. All right, so get that poll going. People will vote. I guess we're done with the pre-stream. It's gone very long. The first pre-stream of 2022. I'm not shocked that it went long. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, goals for this year. Number 1, let's get 200,000 subs on this channel by my birthday. So we got 3 months to do that. I get the feeling that February will be a big month for that as the new games come in. Number 2, please make it a regular thing to like the content you're watching, whether it's this live stream, whether you're watching this podcast on demand on YouTube. If you like it, it actually brings engagement and discoverability of my content on YouTube, and more people will actually find DSP Gaming. Leave a comment on a video you're watching. The more comments you leave, the more it helps the channel, and it starts a positive discussion where people will talk on the videos, and now it can feel more like a social community, which is one of the goals I have for this year, to build DSP Gaming back up as a go-to place to talk about gaming and get unique takes and things from me, you know, that you never used to be able to get on DSP Gaming because I was so focused on Twitch for so many years. All right, I want to bring this channel back to kind of prominence this year by focusing on it all year long, and I really feel we can do that, okay? All right? All right, guys, thank you so much for a great pre-stream. And now it's time to get started with GTA. Awesome.